Ray?
Ready when
Give
you
us a
are.
countdown, dude.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, this is Final Fantasy 1, and we're pretty much going to have a staff race of Final Fantasy 1, which is going to be interesting. Now, first of all, before anything else...
Body blocked.
Yeah, same here. We're going with some very special team names today. So you see behind me the posters of Rick Ashley and Bob Ross. So we figured, you know, we might as well make some teams. So we've got Team Ross. Can I? What the hell? Okay, what the hell is going on in this menu? Did I not? Ah, okay, I just derped. You're significantly in the lead now. Wow.
Not by far, because my menu's fucked up and I had a couple of frame perfect misses. 50 guard. Holy damn.
Yeah.
So we're basically 10 seconds and 20 seconds slower than we're supposed to be at this current point.
Yeah. So yeah. I forgot to switch my black mage and white mage. That completely threw me off.
Shit.
That completely threw me off there. So now that we've got the biggest mistake of the run out of the way,
yeah,
so
that hurts.
So yeah, basically, what we just did there, we both glitched from the hammer. We glitched some knight armors. We'll explain later how it works. It's a PSP unique glitch, which pretty much gives us incredibly overpowered armor. We've got like the second most expensive piece of armor, and we're like a minute something into the game. So
We sold it as well, just because, yeah, we can.
And it's a lot of money.
Yeah, 18,000 gold. So that's a lot of potions and Phoenix Downs and antidotes.
Definitely.
Pretty sure we had
So,
synced
yeah.
up battle music there for a second.
So yeah, as I was saying, we've got two teams up for you guys today. So my name's Crrool, and I'm for Team Ross, because Bob Ross is on the left for me, probably on the right for you guys, if you guys can see it. So, you know, we figured that would fit.
Yeah, Team J4sp3rr here is going to represent the everlasting Crrool, because you need those in any creative space, man. Okay.
So, with that out of the way, we're coming up on the second time we're going to be using this glitch. Hopefully a little bit less painful than the first time.
What? I messed up the menu and had to remove the letter cap. So you're ahead now.
Marginally so. We're both doing pretty poor, so at least there's that.
Yeah. Ooh, hello. And I'm ahead.
So yeah, this is the first boss of the game. This is Garland. Basically, story-wise, Garland has captured the princess, and you know, we need to save her because we're the good guys and we're gonna save the princess.
Oh, he physicaled me. That's gonna take a little bit more.
So yeah, the staff that we just glitched, this is Judgment Staff, which is a staff you would normally get in one of the bonus dungeons. You get it from Atomos in Lifespring Grotto. So, you know, it's kind of an end-game piece of equipment, and it has some really overpowered side effects. We'll be showing off this side effect in a little bit when we get to the second boss of the game. But for now, just like, I mean, we 3-shot. I don't know, did you get a 3-shot?
No, I got a 4-shot.
You got
I
a
got
4-shot.
screwed.
So yeah, we got a 3 to 4 shot on that first boss, whereas normally it's
Don't forget
supposed
the
to
loot.
take,
Don't forget the loot.
I wasn't going to. That's you that's been keeping forgetting to, or you know, you've kept forgetting it time and time again.
We're like 2 or 3 seconds apart right now.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, at least it came up rather close after that disaster of the menu at the start.
3, yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3 seconds. So we're gonna see a bit of a bridge cutscene here. Basically, the king is gonna rebuild the bridge as a reward for saving the princess, because that's a good reward. I want you guys to pay special attention to the guard in the bottom left. He's a very hard-working guard. You know, everybody working on this bridge as quickly as they can. He's kind of just standing around there.
I'm pretty sure he's the guard that's gonna question the fact of the prophecy together with the Warriors of Light.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Like, he's just doubting this whole thing. He's like, why the hell are we repairing a bridge because of some prophecy? Like, that question,
Yeah.
basically.
Exactly.
Well, the Warriors of Light are here, and they're about to leave because we're letting them leave.
So yeah, in an ideal situation, the king would have given us a ship and a
Nice
nitro
encounter,
power,
dude.
and we would have just been able to skip the next 10 minutes of the game. Instead, we're gonna do some fetch questing for the next good couple minutes. First of all, though, we need a ship.
Double encounter, dude. Before bridge.
Ouch, that hurts.
I'm used to getting 1, but 2 is kind of my luck.
2 is really rare, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I spawned with a bad encounter seed. Nah. That stretch can go quite a long while without doing anything. It's usually 1 or 2 in those woods.
Yeah.
If you're really unlucky, 3, so basically if you're me. Watch me get 3 right now. Like, I'll bet you. There's 1. We're only 1/3 through the forest. Okay, game. Prove me wrong. I'll happily take that.
You're surpassing me now, by the way, because I'm getting ambitious.
Wolves,
never
though.
mind. Never mind.
Wolves, though. So yeah, these are the bane of any FF1 speedrun. They outspeed you quite a bit.
Oh,
And they're also hard to
here.
run from.
I
Oh,
just got a 6-wolf ambush.
I didn't get ambushed, though.
You're in the lead again.
Yeah, I imagined after that.
So yeah, I may have. So this is. I guess you can kind of see where the RNG comes into this run. Like, I didn't necessarily get that many encounters. I only got 3, but all 3 of them were ambushes. So at the end of the day, it does take a lot of time to actually get there.
Wow, I didn't get the... Okay, Judgment Staff after 1 attack. Fair enough.
So yeah, this is where we get to see the side effect of the Judgment Staff. The Judgment Staff, as a side effect, can cast Flare, which is the most powerful black magic spell in the game. So, like, about 3 minutes into the game, we have incredibly overpowered equipment, because of which we're basically not taking any damage anymore for the next half an hour. And we got ourselves a staff that can cast the most powerful black magic spell in the game. This game is not broken.
5 seconds. So that's all going to be make or break on this boat ride alone, probably.
Yeah, so the ship has some of the most annoying encounters out there. Getting an encounter here, unless it's a buccaneer, it's bad, basically.
Encounterless ship. Hello.
Not for me. No. And there's Sahagins, so yeah. You know the
Oh,
drill.
yeah, you're... Holy shit, dude. Look at the amount of non-encounters. I got till here without encounters, all the way from freaking... What the hell? This game, dude.
I'm not running away. You're just taking
Yeah.
more of a lead.
Yeah, this is...
But, I mean, that happened yesterday as well, when we were
Not
doing
this bad, though.
Not this bad, but when we were doing a practice race yesterday. Okay, I'm just gonna have to kill this. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
This is disgusting.
let's just say that's his FF1 in itself. Also, hey, Chrono Kirby, I saw you a while ago, but couldn't respond right away.
So yeah, this is FF1 in a nutshell right here. Worst case scenario and best case scenario next to each other.
I wouldn't say best, but definitely good.
Oh, there's my second ship encounter. They're,
Jesus,
they're
dude.
Buccaneers.
Okay, Buccaneers, those are easy to run from.
Like I said, Buccaneers are the one ship encounter we don't really mind. But
Here's
yeah.
Wolves, though, coming up right for you. Oh, Shadow's preemptive, okay. Not too terrible, then.
So yeah, the upside of all of that is, as easy as it was for me to lose my lead there,
It's
and-
just as easy to gain it back.
exactly.
1, 2... Oh, actually, I need to heal before Piss goes.
Yeah, you might want to do that.
Good thing I remembered now.
This is the bane of my existence, actually. I'm not even gonna risk it. Frickin' ghasts.
Yeah, double paralysis is pretty bad.
Yeah, on turn 1. It was an ambush, obviously, because this game loves me.
There we go. What? My Black Mage just tried to use a hammer.
Oh, good job.
How did he... Wait. that black mage not have a... No, she does. How the fuck did she use a hammer? Whatever, I'll figure that out eventually. Got crown and sub 130.
It's sub 1030 or sub 1?
Sub 1030. It was 10 flat, basically, I think.
Okay.
So that's like 25 seconds ahead of Crrool's PB.
More,
Doesn't say
actually.
anything because his start was complete and utter just get wrecked, but...
Oh well. Made it to the Visco Demons, and you're not out of Marsh yet, so...
Yet. I just had an encounterless escape.
It's not that uncommon, though.
I've seen it go lots worse than that. I've had 3 or 4 encounters on my way out.
Oh, I know. Just generally, this version isn't too bad. There's actually... Marsh Cave is one of the few dungeons in the game where you can really notice the difference in encounter rate between this version and the other versions of the game. Like 1 to 2 encounters for the entirety of Marsh Cave is about average. Whereas in GBA that's 3 to 4, and in PSX it's more like 5, roughly. So this is definitely one of those bits where you can definitely tell the difference in some of the versions, aside from the fact that this version has the equipment glitch. So Jasper's about to come up on Astos.
I actually just touched Astos.
Yeah, that's why I said it. And for Astos, we actually have a pretty interesting strat. What he's going to do is he's going to queue up his mages with the Judgment Staff, and his warrior and thief to just do a regular attack. Now, before this strat was discovered, this was always a 2-turn fight at the very least. 3 if you got bad rolls.
I think I just forgot my white mage again.
But with this strat, the Judgment Staff on the Black Mage is guaranteed to do at least 200 damage. The White Mage usually does somewhere between, like, she usually either does about 100 or about 200, depending on your luck.
I just lost a lot of time. What the hell? My black mage just crit for 100 now I'm physical. Okay, I'll take that. I need to menu for Phoenix down though.
Fair. So yeah, that's actually, like, it's still a somewhat new strat. We discovered that when we were doing...
What's the reason for getting the thief? Okay, that's a quick and easy explanation. Basically, we're going to give the thief a really, really strong weapon at some point. It's a really strong sword that has both a high base attack damage and a high strength modifier, I think.
Yeah,
if I recall correctly.
Plus 15 on strength and 3 times the base power of the next best.
And the way that hits work in this game is the more agility you have, the more hits you'll actually do. So because the thief natively has the most agility in the game, he's going to hit like a truck. He's going to hit harder than the actual
When you're not limited
warrior.
to equipment, the thief is actually the strongest class in the game in terms of damage output. And that in and on itself is why we want to have a thief. Now the All Bosses run and Full Bestiary run actually use 2 thieves, because you don't really need the Black Mage in that run. But in this run, we need to get a Black Mage for teleport later, so we have to sacrifice that thief in order to get the Black Mage.
As well as haste, because we're not going to level thieves far enough to get
True.
haste. Usually your thieves can get haste, but that's a pretty high level, which we're not going to reach in this run.
And it's not so much a high level, it's that they need to level a lot after the class change, and that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, fair enough. Come on, 2 poisons. Game.
So yeah, now that we both have the Crystal Eye, and with that we're going to Matoya. The story here is that basically we need to find a way to open up a canal so that we can actually get to the crystals. Because our goals is to bring back the light to the crystals or something. Now, in order to get that canal opened, we need some form of an explosive. Now, there happens to be a nitro powder in the castle we started at, so that's really convenient. Only the door is locked, so we can't get in there. There is, however, this magical key that opens every lock, which is in Elfheim Castle, which is the castle like just right of me. So we could just ask the prince for that key and we'd be fine. Were it not for the fact that the prince is kind of asleep right now. He's under a sleeping curse, and the only way to wake him up is by giving him the Jolt tonic. Now, that's all good and well. Matoya can give us that Jolt tonic, no problem, were it not for the fact that her eye was stolen. She was blind. The eye was stolen by Astos, who would only fight us if we also gave him the crown, because that would give him unlimited power. So basically, we get the crown, so we can give that to show that to Astos, so we can get the Mystic Key, so we can get the Jolt tonic, so we can get the
You get the Crystal Eye to get the Jolt tonic to get the Mystic Key.
So we can get the Nitro Powder and blow up the canal.
So we can get the Melmond and actually get the strongest weapon in the entire game and continue to Earthcave.
Yeah. So basically, the entire early game is just one giant fetch quest.
Then the rest of it is still collecting items to finish the rest of the game even. So it's basically just one entire fetch quest, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, no, we're not talking about the Masamune. There is actually a PSP exclusive sword. We'll show it off pretty soon, which is about 3 times the base power of the Masamune. I think the Masamune is 48 base power, and the sword that we're going to get is 125 and a plus 15 on strength.
I just got the
Yeah, I just left Matoya's cave.
Oh, dang.
I am getting wolves after wolves and just bad encounters.
I thought I
all
had
over the
bad
place.
luck.
No, I'm having some really crappy luck right now. But you know, it's FF1, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, fair, but I didn't expect you to have this bad luck early. You
Don't
usually
worry.
have pretty good race luck, honestly.
True, but don't worry, I'll catch up. I need to be behind first before I can win. Ask Saito, he can tell you. You need to have a bit of a lead so that I can catch up.
Holy shit, my menu is fucked up.
So yeah, the menu that Jasper is currently doing, he's glitching some Thieves' Armlets into his equipment slots. Now, the bonus of that is that having a Thieves' Armlet, every Thieves' Armlet you have equipped adds 5 on agility. And basically, we use the agility to, the agility gets checked to see if he can run away from an encounter. So by giving that to all of his characters, he adds 15 agility to every character he has, which significantly increases his chances to run away from encounters.
That was a garbage menu and a half. You just caught up at least 45 seconds.
Well, I still need to do the menu. You've seen how the first menu went, right?
Oh, trust me, you're gonna save 45 seconds on this crap. Like, I can assure you.
Hello?
I was completely confused and lost. Thank you for those, Crrool, by the way. Any version of FF1 basically sucks compared to this for speedrunning.
Yeah, for speedrunning, this version is at least an hour faster, like a little over an hour faster than the next run.
Oh, come on, goblins, get the hell out of my
Like,
way.
the GBA run, which is basically PSP but then glitchless, is just over 2.5 hours, the world record. So there is quite the difference between the runs, and a lot of that is just because you need to do a whole lot of extra grinding, as well as some other stuff just to make sure you're actually safe, and you know, you don't die every couple seconds.
We're definitely catching up, though. How's everyone there? Tired?
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, you'll see how awesome this sword is once we start using it.
Oh yeah, just wait for the next boss that we're gonna fight, the vampire.
So you know how basically mages don't really physical much. We don't agree with that sentiment, man. We don't like that. Okay, wolves, please get the hell out of my way. Thank you. Cool.
So yeah, that was the nitro powder on my end. And we're basically, what we're going to do now that we both have the nitro powder is we're going to the dwarves who are actually working on getting that canal. And they're almost done, and this nitro powder is gonna finish your job, so we can actually continue.
It's actually just like nitro, it speeds things up. Basically, it just makes their mission instantly complete. Ooh, almost perfect walking there, and then I run into the goddamn wall. Nice.
I've caught up a bit again.
Yeah.
We're both in the cave.
But this cutscene takes a long ass while.
True.
That's still a good 15 to 20 seconds at least. And you run into the exact same wall as me.
It's fine. So yeah, this dwarf, he takes forever, but basically we're gonna give him the nitro powder. He places it there and then just bombs the place, I guess. How this cave does not completely fill up with water is beyond anyone's guess. But
technically it could just cave in and close itself out. But
yeah, but the odds of it just completely flooding are significantly higher. This is not a plan
of course,
I would
but it's
recommend.
Final Fantasy.
True.
It had a magic barrier up to hold the water. Kappa. Need to do something.
Now, an interesting thing, I don't think we've mentioned it, is those little cutscenes that we got there, as well as the cutscene we got at the start of the run on the bridge. They're actually only skippable in this version.
I enjoy watching those if you don't
Yeah,
play this version.
The first cutscene, the one on the bridge, it's about 1.5 minutes long, and it kind of tells the story of the game. As far as there is a story to this game, to be honest, but... And you know, the cutscene we skip here, it only like saves us like 2 seconds to not skip it, or to save us like 2 seconds to skip it. Like it's a very marginal time save. But there's quite a few of those cutscenes that we need to get through, so there will be a few times when it's going to be useful for us to be able to skip that, and it saves a little bit of time over every other version of the game. So yeah, Jasper just got the steel glove, which means he's now going to start equipping the most powerful weapon in the game. This weapon is a PSP exclusive, and you normally can only get it by beating the hardest version of the super boss Chronodia. Basically, the hardest version of the hardest boss in the hardest dungeon of the game.
Done. So yeah, now we have 4 barbarian swords, right? And yeah, these things kind of wreck.
Yeah, you'll see on the next boss, assuming we don't have to kill anything else before then.
I'm gonna guess at least 5 Pisco demons across both of us. And that's just a guess. Not sure what formation they're gonna be in, but I'm gonna guess 5 Piscos. Somehow. Game? I can run from this pretty easy, I'm pretty sure.
From ogres, yeah. Ogres should be easy.
Yeah, it took 4 attempts. Now gargoyles actually give me some trouble sometimes, but...
They're gargoyles, they can do that.
Second try, not bad.
So yeah, basically what we need to do over the course of the game is we
This
need to collect
encounter
the
right
4
now.
crystals of light. Now the first one is right here in the Cavern of Earth, and it's about time we got our first crystal. I mean, we need to collect 4, and then we can enter the final dungeon and beat the game. So in order to do that, you know, we're going to try to collect these crystals as quickly as possible so we can get there and finish up the game.
Oh, I forgot to wipe the save. Whoops.
I didn't, so that's going to save me 2 seconds over you. So yeah, on B3 we're going to take our first safety save, because there is a very small chance of a cockatrice encounter. which is a bird that on hit can instantly petrify you. Now, if you get ambushed by 4, chances are you don't survive the fight.
Okay.
This has happened on several occasions in the past, so we, you know, since it's a marathon, we agreed to take that safety save there.
This might be a paralock if I'm screwed. It's about to be. Please don't paralock. Thank you. Okay, I'm out. You're ahead now, by the way.
So yeah, here you get to see how quickly this game can just change again. Like the lead can continuously change all over the place.
The lead is literally a variable.
So that means I'm gonna get to the vampire before you.
Yeah,
so...
and I need to menu back from items as well.
True. So yeah, this is the vampire. He's protecting the Star Ruby, which is a key item that we need in a little bit.
I'm gonna say about 7 seconds between us right now.
And this is the power of the Barbarian Sword. That was my Black Mage attacking, and he still one-shots this boss. Granted, this is not one of the toughest bosses in the game, but it is still a boss that we just one-shot, with a Black Mage at that. So, if we were to try to continue through the cave, we would encounter a stone slab which is blocking the path to the next stairs. As a result of which, yeah, you're ahead again.
Oh, ambush ogre chief. Okay, hello. But those werewolves could still hold him for another round easily. I'm definitely ahead though. Oh, hello encounter. Oh, what?
Oh my
That's an ambush, dude.
Yeah, I know. I've died to that ambush before.
I'm about to die. Like, only my white mage is alive right now. And my white mage is slow as hell, isn't she?
No, not yet. That's only near the end.
Please, game. Game. Thank you. God. That was closer than I'm willing to admit. Well, at least my warrior got punched down to his actual health that he needed.
Fair. So yeah, in order to remove that stone slab, which is a little bit further up ahead, we need to get the earth rod, for which we need to get into a little cave not too far away from this one. But it does basically mean that once we have the Star Ruby, because we actually need that to get there,
I'm ahead.
we're gonna have to completely backtrack out of this dungeon.
Oh god, go ambush. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna set you back a little.
A little, it's 7 cobras.
Oh, I saw.
It's gonna set me back about 20 seconds. And then the menu for the antidote.
So yeah, there is actually a way to not have to backtrack that. If you do a mini game, which is on the ship, you can get a 1 in 6 drop, which instantly warps you out. The problem is, it takes about a minute to get that, after which you still only have a 1 in 6 to get it in the first place, to get the one that you want.
Gargoyles.
There's 5 drops that are completely useless, pretty much.
So that's the 3rd ambush in this cave on the way back.
Ouch.
I'm waiting for the shadow ambushes. So yeah, if you ever want to know if this game hates you, just watch for shadow ambushes. If you get any of them, this game sincerely hates you with a passion.
Yeah.
They're really uncommon in the PSP version, and
Yeah, it's an 80-20 split. It's 80% to be preemptive, which means you can instantly run from the
There we
battle
go.
regardless. And it's 20% to be an ambush. This was actually the other way around in the PSX and the NES version. There it was a 20% for preemptive and 80% for an ambush.
Orc wolves, please get out of my gosh darn way. Thank you. So I just got the ruby.
I mean, the difference is still not that big, to be honest.
That looks like a 40 seconds difference.
Yeah, something like that. That can be caught up again. by
Oh,
the time we get to
definitely.
Lich.
I'm not saying it doesn't have a chance, but it's definitely 40 seconds now. It's further apart than it ever has been during this race.
Oh, well, that might just change that.
No, we'll see.
9 encounter ambush.
Fair
If this
enough.
paralocks me, I'm the one in trouble.
Oh yeah, you're gonna spend about 2 minutes there. I can assure you. Yeah?
Come on, white mage.
Okay,
There we
nice.
go.
Good job.
So we both had the clutch there with the paralocks.
Both on the white mage too.
This is definitely turning into a very interesting run at that.
This is actually turning into an FF1 race.
Basically, what we're afraid of there is that if every character gets paralyzed, which can happen, you're locked in and there's nothing you can do. And the problem is, they're hit, like, even if you're paralyzed, they can paralyze on top of the paralyzation, just making it an everlasting paralock, like locked in paralysis.
Basically, it just completely basically it changes the status to paralysis again. So basically just refreshes it. It ignores that you even had paralysis in the first place and just puts it back there.
Yeah, so you can lose minutes if that happens.
1.5 to 2.5 is about average there.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Well, we're getting particularly unlucky, to be honest.
It's usually like, I think 30% on hit. If I'd have to make a guess, and I pull that number right out of my ass. But it's just a guess based on experience with the game.
Fair.
I have not done any research whatsoever. I'll tell you that much. Somebody can probably tell you. Not me.
So yeah, we're again on B3, and with that, I'm gonna take the second safety save because cockatrices can still very easily kill me here.
I'm about to enter B3. I'm halfway done B2.
Yeah, I'm having some issue with some wraiths that won't let me run.
There. Where the hell am I going? Am I going the right way? No, fuck. I was actually supposed to go more right. Am I not? Yeah. Whoops. I just took a good 30 tiles extra.
Good job.
I am smart, dude. Believe me. So as you might have noticed, I misspelled Rick's name in the start of the game. That's actually because of the formation change that we need to do during the Barbarian Sword, so it's now in the correct order. As for Bob Ross, didn't matter a single damn.
Hashtag Team Ross.
Ooh, Cockatrice Insta Run, thank you, game.
So yeah, that cockatrice was the encounter we were talking about. That encounter can petrify on hit, which
You
can
might have
be
noticed.
very scary.
You might have noticed in Elfheim we actually ran into the town and bought some specific item. That item is called gold needles, and they specifically function to get rid of petrification.
There's 4 of them for you,
Oh, there we go.
and we're pretty much even
White
again.
gas. I need to run from this because I need to make up time. I just need to take the bet. I'm about to get paralocked, am I not? Okay. 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 Can I cast? Thank you. Okay, I'm fine.
Your prediction
I'm
was
fine.
wrong. I'm on 8.
I was talking about the first way around. I forgot about the second one.
Well, the first way around was I didn't get any, and I don't think.
Yeah, I
you did
didn't
either.
get any either.
Oh, that's 12. You're
Hello.
ahead again.
Piscos, thank you.
So yeah, the reason I kill these Pisker demons is because this encounter is actually flagged as unrunnable. There's a couple encounters over the course of the game. There's certainly like
Fuck
a
this.
handful of encounters, but there's a handful of encounters that are flagged as not runnable encounters.
I'm not gonna take this bet.
Fair.
That's a bad bet. That's an instant lose. You're ahead, by the way. By like 10, 15 tiles. It's normally not like this, I can assure you.
Actually, like, it's normally not this bad in terms of RNG, but the game tends to
It's
still
normally not this stable for both players at the same time.
be true.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah. 30-something minutes into the game, we're completely synced up. So yeah, this is the first...
Woo!
You'd literally think
We're
this-
actually
we're
one
dead
or two
even.
frames apart.
Yeah, we're dead even. Oh, this is beautiful.
I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
guess some-
Lich is actually one of the deadliest bosses in the game.
It also depends on damage rolls, because I just killed him in 2 hits.
Yeah, I took 3, so... 35 minutes in and we're dead even, pretty much.
Nice, dude.
We did good.
Holy shit, this run. This is better than our practice.
Oh, definitely.
Holy shit. Yeah, Lich was cool. Lich was cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Lich has a move called Blazara. If he gets a hit off, which he did on my end, he has about a 50% chance to use Blazara, which Crrool was screwing that hit up. Which pretty much would insta-kill my entire party, which is why we both saved before that fight. That is probably the boss with the highest percentage of actually killing you. Not in the sense of actually killing a run, because that's still chaos, but... Oh, this is such a cool
It's
race.
like 2 seconds apart. And the worst part is, usually we don't race at the same place. So it's online and you don't know how synced up it is, except for timer differences. I don't think this has ever happened before, that we were aware that we were so close.
No. We've never, at least not on like a split moment, because the Lich moment is a major split in the run. So...
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm pulling ahead a bit now. Oh, never mind. Buccaneer, though.
it's a Buccaneer. You're fine.
So yeah, as you might have noticed, I'm not healing my warrior or my thief. That actually has a very specific reason. And basically, in Ice Cave, there's going to be a boss called Evil Eye. And this Evil Eye, he likes to do a specific spell that tries to wipe your entire party. But because we want to level both our black and white mage and not our thief and warrior, we're actually going to make them die by that spell. That spell is going to do, on average, about 75 damage. So long as both those party members are under 75 health, they will be dead instantly. So we can actually easily level grind our black and white mage.
Yeah, no, it's actually not a lot of level grinding we need to do over the course of the run. We literally only grind for about 2 minutes. And that's all the levels we're gonna need because of how powerful our equipment is. But basically, we need some levels in order to get certain spells later on. Yeah, you've pulled a good bit ahead. Jasper also just picked up the Mithril Axe, which is a weapon that's that can be glitched into the Black Garb, which is basically an upgraded version of the Thieves' Armlets. The Thieves' Armlets gave us 5 extra agility apiece. The Black Garbs give us 10 extra agility apiece, so basically we just increase all of our agility again. Now, the problem with this one is that the only one that can naturally equip the axe, and thus from whom we can equip it, is the warrior. So we need to use the warrior for it, and we can't use it on the warrior or any character not adjacent to the warrior.
The thing is, you could technically equip it on the white mage if you do a formation change, which in some cases is being done, but it's generally considered slower.
It actually really comes down to running choice. I still do
fair
it,
enough.
so you will see me equip it on the white mage as well.
Fair enough. I choose to skip it.
It's slightly
Personally.
more risky to not do it on the white mage, but there are a lot of situations where it can be helpful. Now, I have noticed that my Black Mage has got still under 80 health, which means that he's likely to die on that fight. So I'm gonna equip it on the White Mage regardless to make sure she outspeeds that mini boss.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
Like,
actually.
this is not a situation where I realistically could skip it.
My warrior just died. So yeah, I needed to use one potion there on my warrior, otherwise it would be overhealed. Usually you mash through every item you use on your party, because you can actually skip the animation and use the item twice in the animation, which basically for Phoenix Downs means that you can completely negate the cutscene that it plays, because you can't equip it twice. Antidote, same story. Potions, you can actually equip them twice, basically through each other, and get very fast potions.
Yeah. This actually saves a good couple seconds over the course of the run. Especially with antidotes, which have an animation that's like close to 3 seconds. With this, we can cut that down to about 1 second. So that speeds things up very significantly. Again, this is one of those things that's only in the PSP version. In every other version, you have to sit out the animation.
At least I didn't mess up one of the saves yet. Oh, I'm gonna need all the safety saves now. There's the Piscos. That's one. Unrunnable.
So yeah, this is Cavern of Ice, and Cavern of Ice is the bane of every runner, because this cave has got so many ways that it can screw you over. Basically, so throughout this cave, there is a 1 in 64 encounter called the White Dragon, that if we encounter it, at this point especially, we're pretty much just dead. There is a Dark Wizard encounter, which can cast Faraga, which is a 3 in 64 encounter. So these are still the 2 rarest encounter slots, but both of those can kill you. There is a Mind Flyer, which is a 6 in 64, which can kill on hit, making it an incredibly scary encounter to begin with.
It can also do an AoE spell, which can paralock your entire party in one spell.
Yep. So, like high chances of paralock and the kill on hit problem.
Oh, Mind Flare ambush, god damn it. I'm about to be dead.
So yeah, there's where you get to see the chance of...
Yeah, this is the Mind Blast. I'm about to be paralocked. Ooh, hello.
You might get out of there alive. So
Right?
there's the kill.
Yes! Okay, game. Thank you very much. That
yeah,
could have realistically very much ruined my entire run and killed me right there.
Yeah. So aside from that, there is other encounters that can easily paralock you, such as specters, wraiths, ghasts, and wights. There are Pisco demons, which you can't run from, so it slows you down. There's an Ice Giga's Winterwolf encounter, which is unrunnable, so it slows you down. And it has the cockatrices, which we were scared of before, because they can petrify you on hit.
You're ahead by about 30 seconds.
So yeah, all of that is ways that this cave can completely screw you over during a run, and that's why most people consider this cave to be the worst in the game.
At least I got instant judgment stuff, but Jesus Christ, this game.
It's also, there's the Ice Giga's Winterwolf that I mentioned. Actually a very rare encounter as well. I believe it's a 1 in 64 as well, or a 3 in 64.
Pretty sure it's quite rare. Insta run on the 9 encounter, dude. Not bad. Here comes another. Oh, Remorash. What's that doing in Ice Cave, man?
Now, interestingly enough, we're actually kind of sequence breaking here. The game is, if you follow the story, you're supposed to go to Mount Gulg, collect the fire crystal. But in this cave, we're gonna get a stone, which is gonna give us the airship, which saves us a whole lot of overworld movement. The problem with overworld movement being that we can get encounters there, whereas on the airship we cannot. Yeah, my Black Mage might very well die here. So this is Evil Eye, this is where we're gonna grind. We're getting Thundara turn 1, which is really good, and he does kill my Black Mage with one more health damage than I had in terms of health, so yay me. it's kind of bad to have that because we want to have both of those characters at level 18 and a half by the end of this grind. So my levels are going to be out of sync for now, which is really annoying.
Turn 1 Tundara. Thank you.
So yeah, we get the Levy Stone. The Levy Stone is basically what we're here for. It's going to give us that airship, after which we could immediately go for that fire dungeon that I mentioned, but we're going to do some side stuff along the way. We're pretty much going to finish up almost every side quest that's kind of in the way, after which we're going to go for a quick swoop of all the remaining crystals, because we still need to get 3 more crystals, and considering we're 45 minutes into the game, we should kind of try to hurry up here.
Level are you at?
17.
Oh?
Or rather 17, 18.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to hit 17, so you're still ahead by like 20.
Yeah. The next fight is my last.
There's 17 on both.
Yeah,
So I need 2 more
just hit
fights.
18, 19.
I think.
Yeah,
If this levels, it's 1 more fight.
It's 18, 19 on my end. So basically,
Oh,
like,
no,
this is...
no level, so still 2 more fights. Dang it.
So yeah, now that we have the levels we need, basically we need level 19, but since we're going to do another dungeon still, you know, we're going to get that remaining level because there's 1 forced encounter there anyway, so that will give us the level we need. I'm just going to kill that. 2 encounter spike tile.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run from that.
Yeah, seems fair. Oh, 5 Spectre ambush. You might be... Yeah, you're ahead again.
Hold on. Let's wait this one out.
Fair. Okay, I'm still slightly ahead, I guess, by 1 encounter.
Okay, Mind Flayers couldn't do shit. Is that Dark Wizard forced? I've seen it there always on the way back out.
It's not a forced. It's a 3 in 64 too, so it's a fairly rare encounter.
I always see it on the way back there.
There's 2 spike tiles with Dark Wizards, but both just before I chest.
Fair enough. Spectres, please just let me die.
So yeah, we're now that I'm out of Cavern of Ice, I'm actually out of the worst dungeon of the game. So at least that's good.
Okay, so these Spectres won't let me go. I'm about to try and kill them. Come on.
With physicals though?
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, honestly. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought my thief was already out of paralysis.
Fair.
I was just taking a guess there and guess that wrong. Mind Flayers, okay.
Cavern of Ice in a nutshell.
At least I'm outspeeding them.
That's true. So yeah, it's definitely one of those segments where you just get to see how much one little area can do to your time. Like, it can still even up again by the time we get to finish Citadel, to be honest. So yeah, I'm getting the airship right now. Basically, when we put the Levy Stone in the Ryokan Desert, some magical airship is gonna appear. There is a cutscene where, you know, the sand completely splits and the airship literally rises from the ground. We're gonna skip that cutscene in this version because we can. And with that, we're gonna make a sidetrack to the only optional dungeon in the game that we're actually going to do. We're gonna go to Citadel of Trials. Now, way back when I started learning this game about a year ago, we actually didn't even do this dungeon. It was considered slower. Until we found 2 things. First of all, it gives us teleport, which is going to be very helpful for some of the later dungeons. It saves about 4 minutes to do that, but you know, we still have to do the entire dungeon. next to which we're gonna get an item in there, the healing staff, which is gonna skip us a whole lot of grinding. Back then we used to grind to level 33, and now we only have to grind to level 19, and we get about the same amount of healing. Basically what that staff does is we can glitch it into a lordly robe, which like similar to how the black garbs give us agility, it gives us a lot of intelligence, which we're going to use to boost our magic a lot, causing us to not need the strongest heal spell, but the second strongest heal spell, which saves about 14 levels worth of grinding.
Sub 50 both on airship, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all. It's definitely acceptable.
I just barely got in there, but...
It's acceptable enough for a marathon run.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, we're gonna get through this teleporter maze real quick.
Right there, please.
Oops.
Ambush, thank you. The game really didn't hate me already.
I got a 4 Rakshasa ambush, that's fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
These Rakshasas are actually what kills a lot of the NES runs, because if they ambush you, they just flat out kill you.
Oh really?
Yeah. Citadel is one of the most dangerous dungeons in NES.
That sounds painful. Yes, it is optional. You can choose to not do the class upgrades at all.
Yeah. On average, though, for the speedrun, it's about 2 minutes slower and a lot less consistent. Back then, the Chaos fight was just pure RNG, and right now it's actually pretty decent. It's not that terrible a fight. It's still not great by any means, but you don't die every other run.
I'm getting encounters before Citadel, and they're really starting to get a lot. Holy damn. That's, I think, 5 encounters, and I'm not even close to Citadel yet.
So yeah, we pick up the healing staff there. We're not going to be using it for quite a while, but near the end we're going to use that to make sure that we heal a lot with one heal spell.
Don't you technically use Goldenrod off the Thieves' Gloves? With the gauntlets?
Yeah, and the Lordly Robes.
Oh, Lordly... Oh, okay. Healing Staff is Lordly Robes. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, healing staff is Lordly Robes. We
I
definitely
never
need that.
knew that. I just glitched it. I had never actually realized.
Yeah, that's what causes us to get the Lordly Robes, and that's what we definitely need in order to beat Chaos.
For sure.
I can manage on this health. So yeah, this gives us the Rat's Tail. Now the lore of the game here is that this chest will contain whatever you need to prove yourself worthy to the King of the Dragons. And you're basically going to find whatever you would need to find. So, you know, since we don't really care what he thinks of us, and we just need a token of our proof, and he will recognize it regardless, we're just going to get the tail of a rat.
I mean, dragons like to eat rats, right? Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Here's some food, buddy. We killed this rat for you. The rest of it you can fetch. Yeah, you're pulling quite a tad ahead now.
So this sandworm, I took an additional safety save there, which is not one that I often take. But that sandworm can ambush you, and it has a move called Earthquake, which can instantly wipe the party.
The Citadel is being a pain in the ass right now.
Wow.
Okay, Medusas. Thank you. I'm just gonna run from it anyway. Double gold needle usage. Good thing I picked up 11 of them.
Yeah.
I've already used 3.
So yeah, here we're going to meet with Bahamut, the king of the dragons, and we're going to get our class upgrade. So our warrior is now a knight. Our thief is now going to be a ninja. Our black mage is going to be a black wizard, and our white mage is going to be a white wizard. And basically what that does is the thief and the warrior can now learn some basic magic, which we're not going to use. Our stats get upgraded a bit, which is nice, I guess. We don't necessarily need it, but it's nice. But most importantly, the Black Mage can now learn Teleport, which is a really good spell for later on.
Black Wizard, not Mage.
Black Wizard, true. The Black Wizard can now learn Teleport. Well, he's right. I did just class change.
I mean, you did just explain that you turned him into a Black Wizard. You can't just suddenly have a Black Mage too.
True.
Can't have if I needed to, Matt.
So we buy Healara there, which is the heal spell we needed, and we're
That's
gonna get Teleport.
the 5th one tile, dude. God damn. Come on.
We're
This
gonna
game
make
really
one
doesn't
more
want-
side stop before we're heading on to the next crystal.
This game really doesn't want me to pull back up. Like, I'm still getting to the airship, and then
wow.
having to get class change. Yeah, I had 6 encounters in Citadel, I think. It kind of really screwed me. Like, it really didn't want to like me. Also doesn't help that I completely forgot my reference for flying to Elfheim. But I'll be fine.
So yeah, this is Mount Gold, and in Mount Gold, you'll notice that we're gonna be walking on as many lava tiles as possible. It turns out lava tiles in this game actually don't spawn encounters. Because you take damage on those tiles to begin with, it doesn't give you an encounter there. So, by walking on as many as possible, we skip out on a lot of encounter checks.
Nice stairs, by the way.
Realistically, yeah, I know, right?
I saw that.
Realistically, bringing down the number of encounters over the course of the cave, on average to 1 to 2. I've already seen 3, so I'm getting pretty unlucky here. Now this is one of those other dungeons where you can really tell the difference in version. GBA, with the same movement, has 3 to 4 encounters on average, compared to the 1 to 2 on the BSB version. So it's again one of those things where you can see that that this version actually has fewer encounters than the GBA or any other version, basically.
Nice, I actually winged the flight to Elfheim and got it.
Nice. So yeah, this gets me to the second major boss of the game. This is Merilith, or Carrie in the original NES version. She's protecting the fire crystal here. Now, we'll see. For one of the major bosses in the game, she's really overrated. So yeah, that was Oh wow, that might not have killed by like 5 health or something. Wow, okay, that was a really weird range. But yeah, still 3-shot. That really should have been a 2-shot, honestly. I did 1422 damage, and she has like 1425 health. So, oh well. So we're gonna get to the opening scene for the second of the bonus dungeons, which we're not gonna do
What
because
the
it's
hell,
80%.
Fire Hydra? Thanks. I was gonna say, I'm pretty darn sure you're runnable.
Yeah, other than some ogre mages on the last floor, pretty much everything is runnable. You might also want to heal, by the way, just to play it safe.
At some point, yeah. Ooh, that black mage, dude.
Okay. I was about to say, why use potions, but you were using ethers.
Yeah,
I usually ether when I go in, so...
fair enough. I do it exactly when I'm trying to heal.
Fair.
because it's less menuing that way.
Well, I immediately heal as well.
I had basically full health going into it.
Fair. I didn't. So yeah, what I did there is I went to Caravan and I picked up two things. First of all, the ferry's bottle, and we're just gonna release the ferry over here. In the NES and PSX version, you actually have to manually release the ferry. On top of that, we also got some Giants tonics. Basically what they do is that in the fight they're used, they up that max health from one character by 200, which is gonna... Nice. Which is gonna add some safety for the final boss, because both our Black Mage and Ninja, or Black Wizard and Ninja, can be so low that we need to use it. I'm gonna talk to this fairy. She's gonna get us the Oxy Ale.
AKA the brief underwater cheat.
I think you did still get us up one carry, didn't you? Barely, but...
Yeah.
That's still a decent pace then. Sub 1 Merilith is okay pace. For a marathon at least.
I was gonna say. It's not that decent.
When going for actual record attempts, basically what we're gonna look for is a sub 1 Rosetta Stone, which is the next key item that I'm gonna be picking up. For races and marathons, sub 1 Merilith is kind of the standard for an okay run. I'm
about like a minute and a half behind you, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, Sunken is coming up. That dungeon alone can
Fair
be like 3 minutes.
Point. I agree with that sentiment.
This next dungeon literally has the highest amount of unrunnable encounters of every dungeon in the game, with the exception of the final dungeon. But you could just get none, and you could just get them every 5 steps. So the amount of time that can vary within this dungeon alone is insane.
And then there's Waterfall Cave.
And then there's Waterfall.
Let's just not even speak about that one, because that speaks for itself.
It actually used to be worse. You used to not be able to run from nightmares when you got there.
Fair enough.
That's why we do Sunken
first. It really speaks for itself.
So yeah, the one good thing about Sunken, at least in my opinion, is that it's by far got the best soundtrack in the game. So enjoy the music.
Except for Chaos's fight theme, I guess.
I enjoy the Sunken Shrine music more. Ah, well, they'll hear it in a little bit. Jasper is coming up to that.
Yeah, I'll be there in like 45 seconds? A minute?
If you don't get any encounters on the way, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there is the first unrunnable.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is probably the nastiest unrunnable encounter in this entire dungeon. This is the Sahagan Prince-in-Chief pack. I'm only queuing the Judgment Staff with my mages, because the Thief and Warrior would not kill the Sahagan Princes in one hit. So I have to use it with the mage, otherwise it wouldn't kill the entire party. There's 3 different unrunnable encounters in this dungeon. The one that you just saw, the ghosts, and the water elementals.
Water elementals only if they're alone, by the way.
Yeah, they're on floor 3, only on floor 3, they can appear with water nagas, in which case they are runnable again. That only, well, it counts for floor 3 and in Chaos' Shrine.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chaos' Shrine has that encounter as well.
Yeah, but within this dungeon, only floor 3. So we get the Rosetta Stone. 103.17, that's not bad. It's about a 133 pace.
Oh, that body block. Hello. He was just about to get out of my way, but he was like, yeah, let me block you anyway. For like a quick second.
So yeah, basically, when going for a good run, we're kind of like a rough estimate is about half an hour from the Rosetta Stone onward. So that's usually for a lot of the good runners a benchmark, whether or not you're on record pace or not.
Here's your music, by the way. In before I get sound glitch.
I don't think we've had sound glitch this one
yet. Here's the Water Naga Elemental.
So yeah, there you can see the water elemental suddenly be runnable, even though they're actually an unrunnable encounter.
Oh, hello. So he's just Okay, can you outspeed the frickin' Sahagins at some point in the near future? Thank you. 4 of them got an attack off before my Black Mage decided to actually do something.
Not uncommon because of how high their agility is.
Fair enough. Still annoying.
True.
Hello! Double Sahagin
Oh, I've seen 4 already, so
in a row.
not in a row.
I got double in a row. They're chasing me, dude. Yeah.
Welcome to FF1, buddy. Welcome to FF1.
Well, at least you get to hear the start of it every time.
No, it actually continues.
Oh, it actually does rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In FF4 it starts over again, but in FF1 and 2 it just keeps going.
That's 8 in total already. On the both of us combined.
Yeah.
On just Sahagin Prince Chiefs. That's insane, dude.
So yeah, we get this light axe. It's one of the last items that we're gonna pick up that we are gonna use for glitching. We're gonna
I got
use
4 of them in a row.
Wow. And what the survival vests do is they again give us an agility boost of 15, making running even easier than before. Not to mention giving us another defense boost, which is going to help us greatly near the end of the game. We're also going to equip the Lordly Robes on our White Mage already, just so that she gets that extra magic up already. There is one encounter in the game that can only be killed with Lordly Robes up, otherwise you don't deal enough damage. It's a range with the Black Mage. Oh, nice, double ghosts in a row. Just the amount of unrunnables in general.
I think that's up to 12 now.
Oh, there is sound glitch. The sound can randomly...
It's in fights though, so it's not gonna happen to your music.
True. And stream didn't hear it because it's on your audio.
Yeah, fair enough.
Basically, in this game, the sound can sometimes randomly cut.
What? Oh, yeah. I had to hotwire some stuff at some point.
Just don't worry about it. Leave it on Jasper's audio.
Hello, ghosts.
Messing with stuff right now is probably not a good idea.
Honestly, plugging something into the mixer is not going to do crap.
Ah, fair.
Like, I can assure you that doesn't break any of the setup. Unless it makes a short circuit and blows the TV up. Which is, I'm pretty sure, physically impossible.
Fair.
Although, let's not test it very...
Very fair. So yeah,
Very
this
much.
is the Kraken, which is basically the third major boss of the game. This is gonna give us the third crystal, the water crystal.
Yeah, I'm definitely behind by a lot, dude. I'm about to pick up Light Axe.
Yeah. Yeah, that might have increased a bit. Especially with the menuing coming up. That's probably gonna be faster on my end.
About 10 seconds faster, yeah, sure. Not too much, honestly. Like, my menuing is not god-awful.
We still have the Lufenia Wand. We still have Waterfall.
We still have Chaos Shrine.
Chaos Shrine. This is far from over. But yeah, that gets 3 crystals out of the way on my end. And Jasper is soon gonna come up on his third as well. Now, like I said, we need 4 crystals in order to enter the final dungeon. Unfortunately, we can't immediately go for the last one. The last one, the air crystal, is up in the sky, because it's the air crystal. That kind of makes sense. But luckily there's this tower where you can teleport into that flying castle, the flying fortress. But we need a warp cube. And in order to get that warp cube, we're gonna have to go to a little dungeon on the side here. It's the Waterfall Cave. This is probably the simplest and emptiest dungeon in the game, with the exception of Giant's Cave. Like, there's basically nothing there. There's only like 6 chests in general.
That was the most terrible menu in my life.
But the encounter rate there is, well, you'll see.
God, dude. I missed the glitch like 25 times. That was god awful.
Also, there's bats, and bats can just get in your way and be annoying. That's what they do. Move, thank you. Oh wow, I'm actually getting a decent encounter rate.
Actually, I don't think there's any realistic positions where Crrool will get ambushed by wolves anymore.
Winter wolves.
Fair,
On the
but that's
way-
Winter Wolf Ice Gigas.
No, even separate winter wolves on the way to Lithania.
Fair enough, but those are pretty simple to run from.
Yeah, true. The wolves are in.
They're not
trouble.
threatening anymore. Like, wolves are scary until you get the actual, like, proper robes.
So yeah, that nightmare, you may have noticed that I just ran away from it, no problem. The only reason we can run now is because we have that added agility from the survival vests. Without, it would not be worth it to go for that, and that's the very reason we do something before waterfall. It actually doesn't auto-optimize, but because of that, it ends up being faster to do waterfall first.
But yeah, unless Crrool gets a really horrible Chaos Shrine, I don't see this going my way anymore.
True, you're about an entire dungeon behind now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep, just under 3 minutes behind.
Yeah, but I had a really good waterfall, and that's rare.
My waterfalls are god awful by default. Like, there's no way I'm getting a good waterfall. I can assure you of that much.
Yeah.
The cards have not been treating me well, buddy.
So yeah, what I just did there is I picked up a ribbon. Now the ribbon is an item that prevents status effects and gives us a 50% protection from every elemental spell in the game.
Stop making extra steps, dude.
Oh, nice ice gigas there.
It's just hanging out,
The only
dude.
problem is there's normally, like, you know, it would take a lot of time to get one for every character, and you can only get 3 without going into any bonus dungeon. So what we just did there is I glitched the ribbon into a new weapon, the Gigantax, which is tied to the ribbon, and then glitched it back into 4 ribbons. Now on top of that, I managed to equip them in the shield slot, which is not something I've been doing up to this point. The reason for that is that most items in the shield slot will hardlock the game. The ribbon is one of the few pieces of armor that is in the shield that actually works, so we can just equip it there and safely continue. Basically what happens is the game tries to pull up an animation, and because the ribbon or whichever item you'd have equipped is not tied to an existing animation, it would crash the game. But the ribbon is actually tied to
Shield blocking, or weapon blocking.
yeah, blocking with your sword, because of which the game doesn't crash if you use it. So we basically get them in there for free. We don't have to sacrifice any other items, and it does give a whole lot of safety because we're protected from instant death moves, which is really nice because you can die there. Chrono Kirby has an amazing gif of that actually, where Tiamat 2, one of the later bosses, just wiped him in one turn.
How about that 6,000 between every encounter waterfall cave?
Yeah, it sounds like waterfall. That's like an average waterfall, isn't it?
Usually it at least lets me step 12 every 3 encounters. This is just 6 all around. I've literally had an encounter every 6 steps.
Ouch. Oh, nice one step. Into an ambush.
Nice 1 step from the chest, dude. Nightmare, get out of my face.
And that's my 3rd Minotaur zombie. Basically, every Minotaur zombie encounter loses you about 10 seconds. So, ideally, we want to see as few of those as possible. The fact that I've seen 3 already is not very helpful. There's the Winter Wolves, by the way. Okay, we're running away from an Allosaurus. This thing is really easy to run from. Thank you. 8th try, wow. So the reason we're going to this town over here is because this is where we get the chime. Remember how I mentioned that in order to get into the flying fortress we need to teleport from this tower? Well, the tower is kind of locked, and the only way to get there is by going all the way to Melman, learning Lufenian, and then going here to get the chime. Don't forget to go to Melman, by the way.
I wasn't going to. I'm
Just
tired,
saying.
but I'm running full muscle memory.
Fair.
Ribbon is a shield. If you tell the game it is.
Yeah, technically it's a helmet, but we just decided we want it as a shield. We don't care. That's one of the side effects of the equipment glitch, that you can equip a piece of armor in any slot of the armor. So, like, it doesn't matter if I put a helmet in a shield or, you know, a regular piece of armor into my gloves or my helmet. It's all fine. It all works.
My game dropped input 3 times and made me look at the gravestone. That's nice.
Still no Tyrannosaurus. I'm waiting for the day that I'm going to find a Tyrannosaurus there.
I've gotten those there.
It's an actual 1 in 64 encounter. It's
I'm
one of-
pretty sure I've gotten them more than once.
I've gotten them once outside of the full bestiary runs.
Unless I'm mistaken by some other mob, but pretty sure
The
they...
green Allosaurus, basically.
I can't tell you right now.
So yeah, now that we have the chime, we have the warp cube, so basically that one, but in green.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that we have all of that, we can go in here and make our way towards that last remaining crystal so we can enter the final dungeon.
Hello, Minotauri zombies, we meet again.
7th encounter ambush, we'll be sitting here for a while.
This is unrunnable, by the way, just in case people wondering why we're actually fighting them. And the one towel, Winter Wolves, of course. In Overworld, even. No body block, what?
Nice.
Nah.
So this is the blue dragon. He's normally a 1 in 64 in this dungeon, but he also protects this spot right here, which is what's gonna teleport me into the flying fortress.
You have to walk all the way back up first. There's more winter wolves because we didn't have enough of those yet. Dun, 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 dun.
So yeah, here we meet our good old buddy Evil Eye again. He came to look for his fallen comrades.
I just got trolled by Minotaur zombies and trolls. Come on. Yay. Well, so long as we both go underestimate, I'm pretty much fine with it.
True, and we both still should at this point.
Oh, if I don't, I'm gonna be mad. Yeah, with the encounter rate I'm getting, it is probably the longest walk of my life. Like, Jesus. I got trolled by trolls, how fitting, yeah. Let's just say that's not the first time that happened, and that's why I was so quick on the joke.
that joke has been made a lot within the community.
Fair enough.
Just over the fact that they're literally like they're
Trolling
the
you.
literal trolls trolling you, and they're one of the last spots where unrunnables actually become an issue. Can you please run from this? If I don't run, I'm just gonna kill this. Wow, 3 turns and didn't run.
Air elementals are supposedly runnable unless the game decides otherwise.
Yeah, pretty much. Every elemental in the game
Hellhounds.
is unrunnable except
Yeah.
for the air elementals.
The one towel again, because I didn't have enough of those yet.
Shall I just kill the one? Might as well at this point.
Nah.
So I'm taking a safety save here on the off chance. It's actually really rare for this to happen. But on this last floor, there's a 1 in 64 encounter, which is incredibly hyped to get. And if we do get it, I want you all to spam Warmac in chat. But it's incredibly unlikely. It's a 1 in 64 encounter, which is incredibly good to get for experience. It gives 32,000 experience. So it's the most experience yielding encounter in the game, but it's also actually dangerous. So the safety save, just in case, you know, we were to get the hype moment, but were to get super unlucky, which can happen. Not to mention, it gives me a nice safety save near the end of the game to begin with.
14 encounters in Mirage Tower. Excluding the Force Blue Dragon.
Wow. This game is not like you today, J4sp3rr.
I told you at the start of the game that I had a bad scene. I just know by the first few encounters. Like, I just get a gut feeling.
So yeah, that's 4 crystals down for me, which means I have everything I need to enter the final dungeon. J4sp3rr is getting pretty close to his.
You'd say, but
Flying Fortress isn't that big.
Evil Eye incoming. Hello? There it is. Manticores, okay. Pretty sure he only shows up on this floor anyway.
First floor as well.
Ooh, hello.
First 2 floors.
There he is.
After that, he gets replaced.
I knew he was coming somewhere.
I probably should heal right now.
1 HP? Yeah.
11.
You're about to get encountered, dude. Watch it encounter you now. Huh. Okay.
No Warmac on my end.
Elementals, let's... Hey, thank you. Don't give me the Crrool treatment, that'd be...
You compliment the game, dude.
Am I even going to look at the screen? That's the question.
You probably should at some point. Trust me, I've tried running this blindfolded. That is not a good idea. So yeah, remember this place? This was literally the first dungeon in the game. Yeah, we're gonna re-enter it, because we kind of haven't discovered all its secrets yet. We're gonna see this little cutscene of this guy walking to the back and opening up a door. Or, well, more of a secret passage somewhere in the back there. That actually leads to the remaining bonus dungeon, the Labyrinth of Time, which takes about 30 minutes to beat if you're really good at it and you have the proper setup. So, you know, we don't really have that time right now. So I figure, you know, let's just go.
The game rickrolled me. I'll stand by that. Ambush air elemental, okay.
So yeah, that gets us... So basically, once we use the 4 crystals and we stepped on that tile, we travel 2,000 years into the past, where we're gonna defeat Garland, the very first boss of the game, again, and prevent a time loop from happening.
Free encounters before. Not a war mech.
So yeah, although these green dragons are kind of annoying in the sense that, you know, I have to kill them because they're unrunnable, they're also kind of good because they give me experience, which I really need because my black mage has less than 160 health right now.
I'm sorry for wishing you this, but I hope you die on Chaos and give me a chance to come back. It's happened before, and you know it.
Oh, I know.
We were this far apart from each other, and it caught up.
Oh, I know. That happened just yesterday.
Exactly.
Then
But-
you also died on Chaos.
That's fair. But that was a fluke.
Basically, we were doing a practice race yesterday, and during the Chaos fight, I got crit on the white mage, and it killed my white mage on turn 1. So I had to reset the fight, which loses like a minute or something.
My white mage got destroyed 6 rounds in.
Which loses like 4 minutes or something. Oh,
Yep.
three. So yeah, we were about to finish about a minute apart, or less than a minute apart, and we ended up finishing 4
Pretty
minutes
sure
apart.
if I could have continued the fight, it was going to be 30 seconds or less apart.
Probably, yeah.
Well, there's always a 13 ambush possibility.
Actually, no. Maximum of 9 slots in the entire encounter table.
Okay, we're gonna kill these white dragons because I don't want to die here.
I know that feel.
White dragons can be kind of scary. Usually they're pretty easy to run from, so we just run from them. But if you don't run turn 1, you generally just want to kill them because they're kind of scary.
I'm probably gonna heal on the first floor and then just run.
Yeah, that's what I did. I saved, I healed, and then went for it.
I would do it the other way around, but that's
I
just me.
think, I don't know if I did it. I might have done it the other way around. I'm not sure. Not one I paid a particularly lot of attention to.
Nah, but it's just if you are going to save, might as well do it with full equip so you don't have to menu again.
True. I mean, I don't assume to die to begin with, but you know, it's more on the off chance that that does happen.
I need the ether anyway, so I'll have my items on ethers.
So yeah, that gets me on the lower floors of the Chaos Shrine, which basically means that every deadly runnable or deadly random encounter is now done. We are not entirely done though. We still have a couple refights to do. Because this dungeon in particular is pretty interesting in that every one of the next floors has a refight with one of the bosses we fought earlier. Particularly in the order we actually fought them, which is not something we used to do, but did end up being the most optimal way to do it. We actually get the crystals in the intended order. That being said, we're going to start off with Lich. Now, normally from full health, you should not be able to die here. That happened though last BSG, so...
My
Or
white
not
mage
last.
just refused to kill our green dragon. It literally just went like, I'm gonna hit him once. Screw you.
So yeah, that was Lich 2.
I'm about to finish Death Eye. I'm a full boss behind you now.
Yeah.
Like I'm a full split behind. Oh, and the wand pal. Okay. Actually, screw this.
You might want to regularly attack.
We'll see. Oh yeah, because the white mage is slow as hell, right?
Yeah. I've dealt with that fight a lot, so yeah.
There we go. Didn't die.
You usually don't die. You should. The white mage is just slow as hell.
Fair enough.
So they get 4 attacks off, because of which it's slower. Only very slightly so, but... So yeah, that's the second refight. The fight against the fire crystal boss, Merilith. Now, all of these bosses, they have gotten an upgrade. Lich has Flare now, which is actually pretty scary, as it pretty much kills our entire party with the exception of the Warrior and the White Mage. Kraken got Thundaga, I think. Tiamat got a whole range of additional attacks, ranging from Scourge to Thunderbolt to, well, he has Thunderbolt already, but like all of these bosses do become a lot harder. Although due to our equipment, we don't really have to bother with it much.
That's encounter 1. Here's the second one. Ambush Chimera Rios.
This game is not helping you along right now.
Nah. It's about to give me a 135 plus.
It is going to give you a 135
Yeah,
plus.
that's what I'm saying.
Like if you get really bad RNG, 140 plus.
That would be horrible, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. I'm going to guess for 136, 137. I'm going to guess for within an estimate.
Fair. I'm gonna have to go 138, 139.
We'll see. Usually not that far off with my guesses unless Chaos kills me. In which case, it's mercy kill anyway, because overestimate.
So yeah, this is the final fight, final refight, and we're actually doing a bit of a different strat for this fight. I had my Black Mage haste my ninja, and that practically guarantees a 2-turn fight. It's still a range, but a very rare one at that.
I've unfortunately seen it happen.
Yeah. If you don't haste, it's about a 50-50, so the odds of still winning the fight then are actually, or 2-turning the fight then actually become a lot worse. Oh, hello, 4 purple worms.
At least you can one-hit them.
True. So yeah, this floor has 2 unrunnables, the purple worms and the iron golem. The iron golem, being a natural 1 in 64, only shows up in this dungeon on this floor as a 1 in 64 encounter. And I got the emergency exit drop.
Nice. You really need that right now.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm gonna do some final equipment on my my white
These
mage.
encounters, dude. Yeah, darn it.
And with that, we're moving on to the final boss.
Like, I can literally look off my screen and still play.
Crrool.
Timer.
It's about 2.5 to 3 minutes left. Time is on the final hit on this boss.
Once it starts doing boom. And flashing.
I'll call it out as well, but just
Yeah.
letting you know. So I'm gonna need to do at least 1 Giant's Tonic here.
Oh yeah, for sure on that Black Mage. That's some pretty bad rolls.
Yeah.
Jesus. F210, that's still bad, but it's not as bad. Also, Lich just physicaled me.
Yeah, that happens.
One turn Lich is not bad.
No, 1 turn Lich is never bad. Let me not use the second one, though.
I know that feel. Come on, Marilith Floor, don't screw me over. Backwards. Hello?
So yeah, this is Chaos, and Chaos can do one of 2 things. He usually either does a lot of magic attacks or a lot of physical. We want to see physical as it's a lot faster. This guy's got 20,000 health, which actually takes a good while to complete.
That might take out my Black Mage. Huh.
Nah, you've got 50% resistance from the ribbons.
Fair enough. That was an encounterless Marilith Floor. If I can get that on Kraken, we're in actual good shape. Okay, never mind. Still, I want like 3 encounters max if possible.
So yeah, time is coming up on my end. I'll call it out.
Preemptive, not bad.
So Blizzaga, that's fine. It's one of the fastest spells, and we've got resistance to it, so we're not too worried about it. Time. So yeah, that was Final Fantasy 1. We saved the world, everybody. We're
Congrats, bud.
we've broken the time loop by traveling 2,000 years into the past and beating Darland again in this chaos form, and because of that, saved the world.
Sub 135, not bad at all.
134 is a pretty respectable time still, especially with how bad it was at the start.
Oh, for sure.
Considering a 36 lich, that was...
I'm about to get pretty good.
You might, yeah, you should still underestimate it.
Yeah, but for sure unless Chaos goes haywire.
True. I've got 403 on the white mage, so that's good health. And you only need to do 1 giant stomach.
Yeah, just a black.
So yeah, what you'll see Jasper doing a little bit as well, he's going to equip the golden staff on his white mage, and what that does is
As well as unequip the piece on.
the golden staff, what it does, it adds another 20 intelligence, increasing the healing even further. He's also going to remove the Thieves Armlet and just equipping the clothes. And the reason for that is because we want Chaos to be slower than our White Mage. Or we want our White Mage to be slower than Chaos. So that we'll get a heal off after his hit every single turn. If we don't take it off, it's about even, and you'll sometimes outspeed him, which means he can get 2 hits off before you get a heal. And that can be scary. He's going to ether them up. You might want to throw in another 2 ethers or so.
Yeah, I had to heal anyway, so as soon as I fucked
Yeah.
up the menu, I was like, I'll do that first. Screw it. It's that.
And with that, he's coming up on the final boss as well.
Come on, Jasper, you can still win.
I didn't expect the win, but it was a very exciting race.
Yeah, that tie on Lich was interesting. The Lich one completely synced up. But yeah, after that you got some...
Destroyed by RNG.
After Canoe, you got some really bad luck.
Like, I didn't do that poorly. It was just the game not liking me. Oh.
Yeah, the reason he uses the Giant's Tonic with his warrior is because the thief is the biggest, or the ninja is the biggest damage.
Oh, haste
dealer.
before thief. Nice.
Nice.
That's not bad.
That saves half a hit on average, or about a hit from the black mage.
Magic cycle. Please don't.
Should live.
For now.
For now. But he's going to be healed more than he just took in terms of damage, so it should get easier. Oh, that's another Giant Sonic. There we go.
There's the
Yeah,
magic
that's magic cycle. So yeah, I got really lucky on getting a physical cycle. Jasper is getting the magic cycle.
I'm gonna guess he's about to physical the next round.
Let's hope so.
That's just a guess. I really hope so, otherwise I'm probably actually going to die at some point. At least my thief is.
Yeah, although your black mage is not looking too great either.
No, but as soon as he gets his face off, he's like at just less damage, but he's not that important anymore anyway.
True. The cyclone. This
But that's not gonna kill my thief.
it shouldn't, though.
Also, my black mage should live that as well, so we should be good.
Yeah, cyclone is the slowest move Chaos has.
Ooh, what?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna be able to revive him. There's no point to that.
No.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Okay, so this is the Hold X party.
Yeah. This is particularly unlucky. He's only dealing
I'm
about
coming up in, I think, 4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's an 8-turn fight with this damage. So...
Full magic cycle, dude. Chaos trolled me hard.
Yeah, that's just, like, Blaze Tsunami Cyclone is the worst pattern you can get.
No earthquakes, though, which actually missed by default.
Yeah, the Earthquake can't hit because of that ribbon we have equipped, which gives us protection against instant death moves.
Slow Ra, okay, that's
actually
fine.
fine.
And it missed.
That just gives you a turn to heal. Okay,
Time. Sub 140. It's acceptable.
So yeah, next